Like, what are you thinking? The art one another.
I'd rather go to the ballet than watch you act. I mean, that's what they're going to say now. That's not what I'm saying.
I mean, and again, people can have their opinions and have their views, and it's not necessarily for everybody. And I don't think Timothy Chalamet has a bad bone in his body.
You should call him Tim Chalamet now. See what he thinks. No, I'm Timothy. Now you're Tim. Mr. Ballet. You don't like the ballet or the opera.
But he's speaking in his truth, and there's things that we disagree about here on the show. I just, in a world that he knows that there are sometimes the arts can struggle at times, and they're always trying to get a lot of support from the community. So you don't need to bash somebody else's art.
No, and don't say he's speaking his truth. You can keep your truth to yourself. How about that? How about you just, I'm not really a fan, but find a good way to say it.
Radar.
Can't you find a good way to say it?
You're one to talk, because we're going to get into people that have some views about things that you've been saying. Yesterday was all about people being upset about you talking about the Bears.
Bring it here. Bring it here.
Well, we're going to get into that coming up later in the show.
Yeah.
All right. On a serious note, let's talk about Savannah Guthrie returning to the Today Show. So since the disappearance of her mom, Nancy, there have been a lot of people that have asked, like, what does someone like her do? She's a public figure. Does she go back to work? When do you go back to work? I mean, when these kinds of things would happen in your life, when is the time to get back to quote unquote normal, even though normal will never exist again because her mom is still not found? It's about finding a new normal. Well, here's Jenna Bush Hager announcing that Savannah Guthrie did come to Studio 1A to voice her gratitude for the love and support for the show's hosts and the crew, and that she will be back.
Savannah has come back to her home here. We got to see her this morning, and in her perfect way, she talked to all of us, hugged every single person in this room. You know, she has the intention to return to the show, even though it feels like the hardest thing to do. It's also her home and where she feels so loved, and she is beyond loved here.
Man, that's rough. You really hear it in the coworkers there. That's rough.
Well, and
what do you say when she comes in? You're like, I'm so sorry, and their hugs. But it's good that she popped in there. I mean, maybe she's thinking about eventually I'm gonna have to get back to normal. But for right now, come on, they haven't even found her mom. They have no clue. Let her alone for right now, right?
Yeah, I'm curious when she'll be back. And I mean, if you've gone through any kind of major life change, a tragedy, you know that coming back can be really hard, especially as a public person. Everyone's going to be watching. Yeah. How is she reacting? I mean, think of the different news stories that they have to cover. Mm-hmm. Does she feel comfortable talking about some of these things? I mean, it's just a reminder that when you see these people on TV or listen to them on the radio, like, we're all real people at the end of the day. And Savannah Guthrie has a major, major family crisis going on, but life does go on, which is so hard to grasp sometimes when you're going through something difficult like that.
Unfortunately, it's a tragedy, and yet there's no closure to the tragedy either. Right. Wide open.
But sometimes it can be a good distraction as well to get back into a routine, to try to get back to, like they said, that's her other family, back to what you love, to try to throw yourself into that, to try to keep moving forward. And hopefully there's some resolution to this.
It's been over a month.
Yeah, I know. Man. It just is and the thing is, this will always be tied to her now.
100%.
Do you know what I mean?
From now on.
This is going to become part of the story.
When Elizabeth Smart transitioned into the news world or morning news,
public speaking,
that's exactly, well, she talks about that all the time. But when she came out and said, you know what, I'm not ready to talk about what happened when I was a kid, when I was abducted, but this is my new life now. Mm-hmm. But anytime you saw her on the screen, it's like, it's in the back of your mind. You know what happened. She was taken from her bedroom, and then the story goes on.
Yeah.
You know, but hopefully Savannah can kind of get past that. And hopefully they can find her mom.
I know, right? Like somebody knows something.
Yeah.
That's a part of this that's just so bizarre. I'm trying to lean in on what they just said recently how
the sheriff?
The sheriff had said, like, look, we have some significant leads. We are hopeful that we're getting close, and that I'm just leaning into maybe they just can't tell us these things because they don't want to interrupt the investigation. At least that's what I hope and pray for Nancy Guthrie and for the family.
Who took her? Who's responsible?
Somebody did. Somebody knows something.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that's your 3 must-hear clips of the day on The Mix. And right now we are looking for caller number 9 for a chance to win $1,000 in The Mix Mega Minute. 414-432-1099. Your chance to win that money with The Mix. Talia from Genoa City is caller number 9, which means it's your chance to win $1,000 thanks to Habish and Rotier in the Mix Mega Minute.
Mega Minute. Let's go, Talia.
All right, Talia. 60 seconds. It goes by fast. 10 trivia questions. Get each one right. You win the money. Now, if you don't know the answer, you can say pass, and we'll circle back to it if we have time.
Okay, perfect.
And were you listening to Brett Andrews at 4:05 for the cheat sheet to get that first question and answer?
No, I was at work.
Work gets in the way of all the fun.
Call in sick next time and say, I need to get this answer. That's okay. All right. Maybe you'll
All
figure
right,
it out.
Talia.
Here we go.
We've got the mixers watching while we stream this live on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. And we are listening to it on the radio. We are going to start the time as soon as we read the first question. Here we go. Anna Wintour co-chairs which prestigious fashion event?
The Met Gala.
Correct. What is the main ingredient in guacamole?
Avocado.
Correct. Willy Wonka's factory produced what kind of food?
Chocolate.
I'll accept that. An orange splat was the logo to what TV channel?
Nickelodeon.
Correct. What exam qualifies a lawyer to practice law?
The bar.
Correct. A compact disc is more commonly referred to as a
CD.
Correct. Which artist does Bruno Mars collaborate with in the song Die With a Smile?
Oh my God, Lady Gaga.
Correct. What president is on the dime?
George Washington.
Incorrect. What U.S. state is directly north of New Mexico?
Utah.
Incorrect. What planet in our solar system is closest to the sun?
Mars.
Incorrect. What president is on the dime?
Abraham Lincoln.
Incorrect. What U.S. state is directly north of New Mexico?
Wyoming.
Oh my Talia, you were rolling there. I thought you had this, and we were going to give away $1,000.
Oh, Talia.
Oh.
Okay, so
I know pop culture. Okay.
oh, girl. Well, and honestly,
okay.
I had a moment here. I mean, mixers, you heard it when you said Willy Wonka's factory produced what kind of food. You said chocolate. I had candy down as the answer, but I thought this is kind of like when you played at any game show. The judges, I would have accepted that one.
The chocolate factory, right?
But girl, you are never going to look at a dime the same way. What president is on the dime? Franklin D. Roosevelt.
What?
Oh man, I wouldn't have got that.
Me either, Talia.
What U.S. state is directly north of New Mexico? You were so close. Colorado.
Oh no.
And which planet in our solar system is closest to the sun? Mercury.
Oh my gosh. I know I was like, my very excellent mother. I'm like, it's Mars. It's
Oh, my
You're-
very excellent mother. Wait, that's what you learned in school?
I don't know.
Which is what the acronym was?
Yeah, that's it. The
Well,
acronym,
and
big
the
time.
questions get harder as they go, but you did it right. Like it's just give an answer, give an answer, give an answer,
And
or
then
say
say-
pass.
Yeah, and then roll with it, and then you can
Oh,
always come back,
Talia.
and maybe your brain will kind of put that in the side, and then when it comes around again, you're gonna nail it. Thought you had it there, you were so close, but you can always try again.
Yep, you got 7 right. So be listening with Brett Andrews at 4:05 for the cheat sheet. We'll give you the first question and answer to the next Mixed Mega Minute. And yeah, again, at 7:20, if you're calling number 9 and you get through, Talia, you can still play again.
All right. Thank you.
Oh
so
man,
much.
you got us all worked
I
up.
was like, yes, come on, girl, you
Good
got
job.
it.